I'd like to respond to a video I saw recently called Catholic School Expels 2 Kids for Having Lesbian Parents, in which this guy interviews a Catholic priest on the subject. Note the righteous indignation on his face as he introduces the story, and bear in mind he is a professed Catholic.
Authorities at the Sacred Heart of Jesus School have expelled a preschooler and a kindergartner because their parents are lesbians. That seems to be a bit harsh, and I don't know if Jesus would have made the same call.
To him it is harsh, and Jesus may not make the same call. Jesus is the creature that told mankind Jesus was here to turn brother against brother, mother against daughter, parents against child. It brought a sword to the world. It willingly and purposely brought murder, torture, and death with its arrival. It told everyone to hate everyone else, as well as themselves, in order to follow it. It told you to leave everything, sacrifice your children, abandon your families, to be its friend. It did not say bring them with you. Why? Because they may not all believe, and if they don't believe, walk out on them. Desert them. My mistake. Murder them. The moral thing to do, because nothing is more important than Jesus. Nothing is more important than saving your own selfish soul. Wrath, greed, sloth, pride, lust, envy, and gluttony. Your Jesus has made these your middle names. It called believers that were not Jewish pigs, and denied one of you pigs pleas for help. You Catholics may say that your unchanging God, because it gets everything right the first time, changed its mind and helped her in the end. Why did it do that? Because your all-wise, all-loving, all-racist deity had to be taught a thing called empathy, a thing called selflessness, a thing called community, taught by her. The omniscient was guilted into helping by a mere human. Imagine that. Now imagine your vaunted pearly gates. You and we atheists are waiting at the door. A debate is in progress, and your unchanging God changing its mind time and again, allowing us through after we point out what an ignoramus it is.
Kids have no power over who their parents are.
Kids have no power over who their parents are. What a hypocrite. Yet he would tell you you deserve torture for all eternity for something his Adam did. Apparently he had power over that.
Something doesn't sit right with me here.
This doesn't sit right with him. Yet, slaughtering millions of children in a flood because of their parents does. Slicing open pregnant women, aborting their fetuses by ripping them out of their bellies, and murdering those fetuses by bashing them to death against stones does. What about Sodom and Gomorrah's preschoolers and kindergartners? The firstborn of Egypt. The list goes on, you hypocritical child killer. He says the priests are punishing the children for something they had nothing to do with. He doesn't want to see kids punished. Evidently, he's forgotten he's Jesus' child.
I don't want to see children punished, and I'll submit to you that Jesus wouldn't punish the children either.
Jesus wouldn't punish the children either. This is what you must be to believe this Catholic trash. Schizophrenic, bipolar, a multiple personality like their God. Jesus wouldn't punish the children, but God would. So who do you worship? Jesus or God? Whose example are you to follow? Jesus's or your God's? Whom must you please? Jesus or God? That's right, Jesus is God, but the kind part. So if you let the children stay in the school, you are all following Jesus, who would have you murder their parents, because he's God. But Jesus would have you kick the kids out of school because it wasn't sent here for the pigs. You, that's right. It changed its mind. You can help the pigs, even regardless of their parents, although their parents are going to hell, as well as their children, because according to Jesus, God, screw it. According to your imaginary friend, a sinner's family is cursed to the 4th generation. That means the children you don't want to see suffer were created to suffer.
Because we all are sinners.
He says, as well as the priest, that we are all sinners, and that he doesn't want to see a child suffer. What if that preschool child, God forbid, got run over by a bus on her way to preschool and died a sinner? Do Catholics believe babies go to hell? Or do you believe they go directly to heaven? According to you, we are all born sinners, not become on our 18th birthdays. We are destined for hell the second we are conceived in the womb, or abortion would be more than fine with you. Now that we know you believe babies go to hell, thanks to your God, and that you believe Jesus wouldn't send babies to hell, something I already disproved. When a dead baby comes before your Jesus is God combo, G's God, for judgment, what exactly is your G's God's conversation with itself?
Parents become not only sinners, all of us are sinners, but very public very public
Well, wait a minute. This
dissenters
lesbian couple hasn't done anything publicly. They haven't done anything publicly.
Let me finish
They're
real
not
quickly.
demonstrating. I know the lesbian couple just is quiet. They don't do anything. They got branded this and they got booted out.
What a hypocrite, defending homosexual people he is ordered to kill. What is his G's God debating about him now?